Hi, I'm Brooke.
I'm Natalie. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Did you find the place easy?
Yeah, I just used my GPS. I just can't follow directions that well, but
those are really convenient to use.
I know.
Before we get started today, before we jump into things, I just want to let you know that anything that you say is completely confidential. Nothing will leave this room. It's just between me and you. Unless I think that you might harm yourself or someone else, then I don't have a choice. I'll have to let people know. But other than that, it's completely between me and you. And I just want you to feel comfortable, and it's a very safe and judge-free environment here. So I just want you to know that.
Okay, thank you.
So what brings you in today?
I don't know. I've just been really stressed with like school, work, like relationships. Just not a good, especially this week. But like this year's just been like up and down. Like every time I think things are better, like something else happens and it just sets everything back. This is my first year of nursing school, so it's been a lot of work, which I really enjoyed. But sometimes work can be a little bit too much because I feel like I'm always having to go into cover. I worked way too much this summer, so it's just nice having a break. But now I'm like getting anxiety since the semester is almost over, like about having to work like 50 hours a week again. And then like this week, I like almost forgot to turn in the paper on time, and here I had it the whole time. I almost bombed my nursing test, and I have gotten A's so far, so that was like a big shock. And then I got dumped.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that was hard because he's in nursing too, so like now every time I've gone to school this week, that's all I think about, and I don't know how to change that. And
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it sounds like you have a lot going on.
Yeah, that's for sure.
With your personal life, work life, school life. Are you feeling overwhelmed at all?
I think so.
So with school, what is something that is there anything at all you could do to make you less stressed about school?
I don't even know if school work is necessarily the problem. It's just making the time to get stuff done. I don't have a lot of free time because I'm at work, and now I'm like having like so much anxiety about being dumped this week. It's hard to concentrate, especially when we would always talk about schoolwork and stuff. And
right.
I know this sounds stupid, but
no, that doesn't sound stupid at all. So who was the person that you were in a relationship with?
Well, I kind of knew him a couple years ago at school. It just like never really went anywhere, and we just started talking like maybe a couple months ago, and things were going really great. Like I thought we had a lot in common, both in nursing. Like he was the first person that I really talked to that like, really had their head on straight. It would pick me up all the time, like paid for everything, like just everything seemed perfect. And I noticed a couple weeks ago, maybe he was like texting me a little bit less, but I just saw he got comfortable. And then he like started getting really weird and said he didn't feel good. And then told me he wanted to talk, but then like tried to text me, calling things off. So we met up, and he just felt like he didn't know enough about me or something, and thought I was like just like really like boring, I guess. But then after we talked, like we really got open with each other, and I thought things were fine. Like he was like, okay, like I really like you now. And that was like a week and a half ago now, and I thought things were going fine since then. I asked him several times, and he's like, oh yeah, everything's perfect. And we had like plans like 3 times this week. And Monday we hung out and it was perfect. And then last night he was supposed to pick me up and text me on his way to my house. Can we talk when I get there? I got completely ready. And then he like came here and just told me that he just didn't feel a spark. Like that really hurts.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that
Yeah.
he did that to you. Do you think that maybe he was going through some other things?
I don't know. That's what's confusing. Like I just wish he would just kind of text me. And I feel like I was caught off guard by that, so I didn't get a lot out. I don't know if it was that. He's never really had a girlfriend before, and I was in relationships before, so I kind of understand. So I don't know. I'm like a little bit disappointed about that.
Yeah, I understand that. So how are you feeling? Do you think you'll be able to move on from this? Are you having a hard time moving on from this?
I don't know, I've
from
been kind of back and forth. I guess I'll probably have a, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just hard because I felt like this was out of nowhere. And I just felt like we were working towards something and never quite got to it. And I just feel like only hanging out once a week and like him taking a while to reply, like we're not going to progress with that. And I just think that he was not understanding. And
right.
I don't know. It was just hard because I almost didn't even want to talk to somebody because I didn't want to like be disappointed in the end. I didn't want to get attached and then like have it not work out because that's what happened in my last relationship, kind of, and
Okay.
that was a longer relationship, so that was hard to end for me.
Okay.
So
So it's sounding like there might be some deeper issues going on with your past relationship. Are you still hurt from your past relationship that you think it's affecting how you feel in these other relationships? Have you healed from that long relationship?
I think I've healed from it. I mean, it was 3 years on and off. We dated for a year and a half. He broke with me like my first week of college, so that whole semester was hard for me. But then we ended up getting back together for like probably another year, and the last 6 months he just like started like ignoring me. Like he was never great. I don't think he ever offered to pick me up at my house once. Like we dated for 3 years and he never said I love you. So and he just had all these commitment problems. So that has always been like a big fear for me going into other relationships because I know how it feels to be like on the other side of that situation and be really hurt. And I ended up ending things with him, and I wasn't even upset after. I think just because I kind of knew we were gonna break up. So like the bad parts of our relationship, I kind of dealt with the breakup almost. So I think I've healed from that because I feel like we're on good terms now. But my biggest fear going into that relationship was getting attached and then being hurt. And so that was hard. So it took me a while to really get into this relationship. And now, and I even expressed that to him. Like he was the only person I was really open with was this kid that I only talked to for a couple months. But he just did the same thing to me. So I'm like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I should like see if something happens from that. Like if maybe he just got freaked out and like try to get some more closure at some point, or if I should just move on. I don't know if it's better to move on and be single or like just put myself back on the market. Like I put myself back on the market. I don't know what to do, and that's just like
Okay.
a weird decision
Well,
to make.
it sounds like that was a really big step for you to try with this new guy and to pursue this new relationship after you had clearly been hurt in your first one. So I think that was a big move on your part, and that was really strong of you to um, let your feelings be shown again to another guy. And that was
Mhm.
really good, even though it did not end like you thought it would. Just the fact that you were willing to give it another try with someone else is something to be proud of yourself for. In regards to what you should do to move forward, that is completely however you feel. You can only control yourself. And so I'm going to ask you a question. If you were to wake up tomorrow and this problem that you have with this guy is solved, what what would you wake up tomorrow? What would have happened for you to feel better about this situation?
I would have gotten clarity in that he would like actually like want to get to know me instead of just blowing things off. Just
Okay.
because I feel like I invested time into this just for it to not go anywhere.
Okay.
And like I've had a good feeling about it, so that's why it's frustrating, I think. But I never really thought about it that way. If I like what I really wanted to happen.
Okay. Are you feeling like you would maybe be willing to reach out to him and get that clarity?
I
Or
wish I could, but I don't like want to be pushy, and that's just not me. I have a hard time confronting people about stuff. I've
okay.
definitely worked on, and I was good about it this time when we talked and stuff, but I just feel like I didn't get absolutely everything out there. But yeah,
Okay.
so
Um
I think that's my main stress right now. But then like with work, like I just keep thinking about like how much I'm gonna have to work, like be working, and it's just hard because like next semester I'm like gonna have like an 8 hour clinical, a 3 hour lab, and I know I'm gonna be at work like my only day off, and it's gonna be a long day. So I'm just like already stressing about like how I'm gonna get my schoolwork done. My schoolwork I'm good at, like I can get that stuff done. It's just all these other factors going into it, like work taking away time from that, and now I'm like really upset about this whole situation. It's just like
Right.
I think that's what's really the problem is like it's hard to find the motivation to get my schoolwork done. It's hard to find the time to get it done too.
Okay. Well, I do have some resources that I could give you the contacts to of some tutors for school, time management, and even if you would just like to know some coping methods for stress, I can help you with
Okay.
that and give you some options for that. Your main focus, it sounds like, should be on yourself, because, like I said, you don't know what's going through anyone else's
I know,
mind.
it's just hard.
I know.
Because, it's just like, I don't know, like I feel like I did something wrong here. And
Okay.
something for all of this stress to be happening at once. It's just bad timing.
Right, I understand that feeling. Um,
I'm sorry. It's just like my life is just like falling apart, so it's hard not to laugh. Like that's just how I cope with things. Like
well, that's good.
uh,
That's really good.
I
That's
guess
a
it's
strong.
better than crying, right? I'm not a big crier, so
Okay, well, that's good that you can find something positive, or I'm sorry, something negative, and
yeah.
laugh and try to make yourself feel better.
I know. I think that's all it is.
I just want you to know that it sounds like nothing is your fault. A lot of bad things happen to people, and that does not mean that it is your fault. Um, all you can do is work on yourself and focus on how to move forward and keep yourself from feeling stressed and overwhelmed and just do what's the best for you and what's going to make you happy and successful.
right.
So, like I said, I can give you some resources to help you feeling overwhelmed, some coping methods. When it comes to being overwhelmed, other than work, school, and your relationship, is there anything that you could maybe cut out that would make you feel less anxious?
Probably coffee. I think I drink a lot of coffee,
Oh,
and since my
okay.
anxiety is high right now, like I probably drink at least 2 to 3 cups a day. It's
Okay.
probably not good to keep drinking it because I know I just get like wired and shaky sometimes. But
All right. Well, so something that we could do the next time we meet in a few weeks, um, why don't you try cutting down to 1 cup of coffee a day?
okay,
If that would make you feel less shaky and anxious on top of everything else. So why don't we do that?
Okay.
The next time I see you in about a month, try to work your way down to 1 cup of coffee a day, and you can let me know how that's
I
making
think
you
I could do it. Might be a little tired at first, but that
feel.
probably help.
So, is there anything else that you feel you want to get off your chest, or?
No, I feel like I kind of got it all out for now. I'm glad I got to get it out and that you were willing to listen. I appreciate
Of
it.
course, I'm always here for you. I'll give you my business card actually that has my email, my phone number, and all of that on it. And I think that you are going to do great in your work and school. It seems like you're a very dedicated person and you really believe in what you're doing and you're a hard worker. Clearly, if you're getting overwhelmed, you truly care. And I hope that you can you've learned something from this meeting today, and I look forward to meeting with you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.